Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. My name is Sakshi, and we are going to discuss the most important current affairs, most important articles that are in news for today. That is on 3rd September 2020. So let's start our discussion. But before discussing, I would like to introduce you with SSB Crack Exams. If you're a defense aspirant and preparing for defense examination sitting back home, SSB Crack is best for you. It is one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you will find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram. And you can also download a mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start our discussion. First, let's start with the question of the day, and the question for you was what is open market operations? What are the OMOs? Okay. So OMO, open market operation, is the sale and purchase of what? Government securities. Sale and purchase of government securities and treasury bills. And who sales and purchase these government security and treasury bills? It is RBI, the central bank of our country. So these are the open market operations when the government security and treasury bills, they are sold and purchased by central bank of the country. These operations are known as open market operations. So why open market operation? The objective of open market operation is to regulate the money supply in the economy. The main aim is to regulate the money supply in the economy. RBI carries out OMO through commercial banks, and hence it does not directly deals with public in this particular matter. So OMO is one of the tool of RBI that it uses to smoothen the liquidity conditions throughout the year and also minimizes its impact on the interest rate and inflation level rates. See, when RBI feels that there is excess of liquidity in the market, then it seeks to take out the rupee liquidity from the market. See, RBI controls the credit through monetary policy, and it has two tools. First one is qualitative tools and second one is quantitative tools. Okay, so under qualitative tools there are several rules like margin requirements, consumer credit regulation, guidelines, right? And under the quantitative rules there are several tools like bank rate, OMO, cash reserve ratio, statutory liquidity ratio. These comes under the quantitative rules. So OMO is under the quantitative tool of the RBI to control the credit in the economy. Okay, so this is all about the OMO. Let's start our day with the first important article that we have today. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the Mission Karmayogi. Mission Karmayogi. So it is recently launched by Union Cabinet, which was chaired by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and it has approved launching of a national program for civil services capacity building. What it is? It is National Program for Civil Service Capacity Building, Mission Karmayogi. So what is Mission Karmayogi? A new capacity building scheme for civil servants. It is for civil servants. It is aimed at upgrading the post-recruitment training mechanism. So see, after the recruitment, there is a training for civil servants, right? So this particular mission is for the upgrading of those post-recruitment training for the officers and the employees at all the levels. So under this Mission Karmayogi program, there will be one important major component which is known as iGOT Karmayogi. Okay, this is a digital platform under which world-class online digital content for the civil servants will be provided. The mission will be steered by Prime Minister's HR Council. This is another major important component of this particular initiative, HR Council, that will consist of the several national and international experts. Also under this particular initiative, this initiative emphasizes on site learning to complement off-site learning as well. It is also proposed to set up a capacity building commission. There will be a capacity building commission. The commission, it will have a supervisory role over all the training institutions, and it will ensure that there is a common understanding of India's aspirations and development goal. So this is about Mission Karmayogi. Okay, so now let's move ahead and we are going to talk about the adjusted gross revenue, AGR. See, it is in the news since the verdict of Supreme Court came. So Supreme Court held that telecom firms, telecom industries, now they will be getting 10 years to clear their adjusted gross revenue, AGR, dues. So now telecom companies will be getting 10 years. They will be getting 10 years in order to pay their dues of AGR, right? Also, Supreme Court held that National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal, that will be deciding whether the spectrum should be sold under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code or not. So the decision will be done by National Company Law Tribunal from now. So under the judgment, Supreme Court held that telecom companies would now have to make the payments on and before 7th February every year, and non-payments of dues in any year that can lead to accrual of interest and invite the contempt of court proceedings against the such companies. Okay, now let us understand what is AGR, what is adjusted gross revenue. See, it is a uses and licensing fee. It is a usage and licensing fee that telecom operators are charged by Department of Telecommunication, DOT. See, these telecom operators, they pay some licensing fee and usage fee to DOT, okay? And it is divided into spectrum usage charges and licensing fee, which are pegged between 3 to 5% and 8% respectively. So let us understand what is the issue. See, the definition of AGR, it has been under litigation for 14 years. It's been since 14 years, the issue is still revolving. So in the year 2005, Cellular Operators Association of India, COAI, they challenged government's definition of AGR calculation. They challenged the AGR calculation, right? And DOT argued that AGR, it includes all the revenues from both telecom and non-telecom services. And the companies, they claim that AGR should comprise just the revenue accrued, revenue taken from the core services, not the dividends or the profits that are of the sale of their investment. So this is the issue which is revolving since 14 years. So this is all about the adjusted gross revenue. Now let's move ahead. Next important update is about the banning of mobile apps. So government again banned 118 mobile applications, and this includes the most famous PUBG. So the Ministry of Information and Technology, it has banned PUBG and like all other 118 mobile applications, wider popular mobile applications, and the ban happened on the ground that they are prejudicial to the integrity, sovereignty, public order and defense of India. Before this, you must know that before this, government already blocked 59 mobile applications, citing the same reasons. The move can be seen in the light of the ongoing tension between the India and China in the Ladakh region, of course. So this was banned under section 69A of the Information Technology Act, and it reads with the relevant provisions for the information technology procedure and safeguard for blocking the access of information by public rules 2009. Okay, you need to remember these things since it's been 2 times that government had banned these apps. So what these apps were doing, these apps were stealing and transmitting users' data. Basically, they were doing data mining in an unauthorized manner, and these servers sending informations to the servers outside India. So this was a major threat for the integrity and the security of the country. Now let's move ahead, and the next important update we have is about the Ladakh and Lakshadweep. They are integrated to the One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. So these are the 2 states, one is Ladakh, second is Lakshadweep. These are now integrated to the One Nation, One card scheme, One Ration Card scheme. So by this, now total we have 26 states which are under, including the union territories, which are now connected with each other under this particular scheme, One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. So now let's revise quickly what is One Nation, One card scheme. So it is an ambitious program by Government of India that ensures the delivery of food security entitlements. This ensures the delivery of food security entitlements to the beneficiaries which are covered under National Food Security Act 2013. This act is important because the beneficiaries which are included under this particular act, National Food Security Act, these are benefited under One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. So under this, the basic and the major beneficiaries are the migratory beneficiaries, migratory workers who frequent changes and travels their place of dwelling to search for the employments, and they can now lift their entitled quota for food grains from any FPS everywhere in the country by using the same and existing ration card. That is why it is known as One Nation, One Ration Card. With one ration card, they can avail the services anywhere in the country. Okay, so this is all about One Nation, One Ration Card scheme. Ladakh and Lakshadweep, they are now integrated to this particular scheme. Now it is time for the current COVID-19 situation in India. So as per 2nd September, the total cases are now 37,69,523. Out of them, 77% recovery is there. 29,01,908 are recovered. Active are 8,01,282, and deaths are now again the deaths percentage is same, 1.8%, 66,333. Now in this particular chart, you can see the state and the union territories which have high recovery rate. The top 10 state, this is the list of the top 10 state. Right now, let's revise this session with the quiz. It is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions in the comment section. First question you have is Mission Karma Yogi is for the A. Farmers, B. Migrant laborers, C. MSME, and D. Civil service capacity building. So Mission Karma Yogi is for the civil services capacity building. Now the next question is, according to the Supreme Court, telecom firms will get how many years to clear their adjusted gross revenue or AGR dues? 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, 15 years. So the correct answer would be 10 years. Now the next question is, which of the following states recently added to One Nation, One Ration Card scheme? So the correct answer for this will be Ladakh and Lakshadweep, both. Next question is, how many total state and union territories are now connected with each other under One Nation, One Ration Card scheme? 28, 26, 29, 20. So the correct answer would be 26 state. Total states are now 26. Now guys, it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. So the question for you is, who releases ease of doing business report? Who is the one who releases ease of doing business report? Try to answer this question in the comment section. We'll discuss everything about this in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.